Hi guys, thanks for watching this diagnostic world video. I assume if you are watching this video, you do have an airbag light showing on your dashboard. We're going to give you a little bit of information about how to diagnose the airbag fault and basic steps on how you can actually trace the fault and how you can actually remove the light from your dashboard. Now, a lot of cars, if you are in the UK and you have an airbag light showing on your dashboard, it will fail its MOT. So you will need to get it fixed before that. What I would suggest you do if you have got an airbag light showing on your dashboard is think about any work you've been doing in the car. Have you had door cards off where there's a side airbag? Have you been sort of mucking on with the connections underneath the passenger or the driver's seat? Have you been taking any dashboard parts apart whereby you might have a passenger airbag above the glove box? Have you taken the steering wheel off, or have you been unscrewing parts of the steering wheel? Those are the main places that will contain airbags. So if you have maybe knocked the connection, it could well have knocked on the airbag light. One of the main reasons you could have the airbag light on is obviously if you've had a crash or a bump and it's actually set the airbag off. A lot of the times it's easy just to replace the steering wheel or the actual airbag itself, but you will still have the airbag light on, so you do need to reset that. Now, easy way to reset this is simple, to use one of these diagnostic scan tools. One of these is actually also vital if you have no idea where the airbag fault is. If you've not been sort of manipulating any parts, if you've not had anything apart, if you've just all you do is drive your car, you've got in one day, turn the ignition on, turn the engine on, and the airbag light is just there. It does happen, and that's why you'll need one of these diagnostic tools, because when you select your specific vehicle on the diagnostic tool, you select the airbag option, it will give you a specific fault code and a brief description of exactly where the fault is. So for example, I'm just making this up on the spot here, but it might give you a fault code of say B0271. Underneath that, it'll give you a brief description to say something like passenger airbag connection squib, low voltage. So that will tell us that there's a problem with the connection underneath the passenger's seat. So yeah, I mean, that's where you need to start looking. Generally, if it's telling you there's a problem with the connection, there is going to be a problem with the connection. It's highly unlikely that wiring will fry. It's probably worked its way loose. Sometimes it can happen depending on the design of the seat. If you're sort of moving the seat back and forwards a lot, people getting in and out, if it's one of the fold-up seats, it can happen. So even if you do put the connection back, if you find the fault, if you put the connection back together, 9 times out of 10 the airbag light will stay on until you use a diagnostic tool. Basically, you need to communicate with the airbag ECU. You need to erase the trouble code or reset the trouble code, and that basically tells the airbag ECU or computer that the fault has been reset, it has been fixed. Try the circuit again, and what it will do is it'll look for a full circuit with no loose connections or no gaps in the circuit. Once it's completed a full circuit, it'll report back to the ECU and it'll knock off the airbag light because it recognises that the circuit is complete. So these diagnostic tools, they are very valuable if you are looking to save time, save money. If you don't really want to take the car to the garage for a simple job that you know you can reset it yourself, or you want to maybe give it a try yourself, I'd absolutely highly recommend one of these diagnostic tools, because as I say, they will save you money. They will not only diagnose the airbag system, but the chances are they will also diagnose other systems such as engine, ABS, transmission, and so on. There's lots of different systems in your vehicle. You've got this for life. It's not just a one-time event. So my advice is always to look at the diagnostic tool options which are available before taking it to the garage, because the chances are you could go to a garage and pay maybe £50 for a diagnostic, where you could go on the website and pay £90 for one of these. So once you've used it twice, it's already paid for itself. You could even make money on it, to be honest with you. So that's just a little bit of information about the airbag lights, how to get them reset. If you've got an airbag light on, if you've got a code and a description and you're still a little bit stuck, simple word of advice: take the airbag, fault code and the description, put it into the Google search engine, you'll be surprised about how many other people have also had that fault. You will probably find hundreds and hundreds of pages regarding that specific fault code, and you will also find people who've had the same thing and how they've actually fixed it. Yes, sometimes you might need to go out and buy another part. The chances are, if you do need to buy another part, it's probably going to be quite cheap because it's only going to be a small connection, something like that. So, I'm rambling on a bit here. Check out the website, it's www.diagnostic-world.com. You can click the link directly below this video. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you do get the airbag light sorted on your vehicle. Thanks for watching. Once again, www.diagnostic-world.com.